getting your own car. And that's it. The reason why I take this so personally, and we can talk a little bit about the books, since, you know, the reason why I take this so personally is I'll tell you, it was my third day of class at Harvard Law School. I wanted to blow off some steam and play basketball. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I did a movie called He Got Game with Denzel Washington. So if you've seen that, you know I'm a really good basketball player. I don't know why that's funny. Watch that. So I decided I wanted to blow off some steam, play some basketball. So I went to the Harvard Law Gymnasium. And what's interesting about being at Harvard Law School is that the library is full, but the gym is empty. So I was playing basketball by myself, and I was bored, and I was going to leave, but it's no fun playing by myself. Just as I was walking out, in walked this tall, skinny guy. His socks were pulled up a little too high, his shorts were a little too small. It looked a little funny. But he was there to play basketball. So I walked him and I said, "Hey man," I said, "you want to play basketball?" And he looked down at me and he said, "Well, why else would I be in the gym?" I said, "Don't get smart with me. You don't know me like that. I'm from Iowa." So I said, "What's your name?" He says, "My name's Barack Obama." And I said, "Barack, that's great. Nice to meet you. And come to find out, we're in the same class at Harvard Law School." And I'm in my early 20s at the time. He's almost 30 years old. We learned more about each other. He had been in Chicago doing community organizing for almost 7 years, and he decided to go back to school because he had realized, and this was so interesting about it, he had realized that the scope of his goals and dreams for his life were bigger than the foundation he had built for himself educationally. So he made a choice that most of us wouldn't have the courage to make, and that's to go back to school at almost 30 years old and incur almost $100,000 in student loan debt because he had a bigger idea for his life and the possibilities of what it could be. But what's so interesting about it, those of you that are willing to do some organizing, to sign up people, register voters, knock on doors, those of you that are willing to do that, that's exactly what he was doing on the south side of Chicago for almost 7 years. For almost 7 years, making $13,000 a year working out of a basement of a church. He knows exactly what this is about, what Feet on the Ground are about, and how we, individuals, make a difference in terms of democracy. And that's what it is. That's what makes our country the greatest country in the world. It's a participatory democracy that only works if we participate. I think a lot of the problems we see with individuals that ultimately get elected, and we say to ourselves, how did this person even get elected, is because we aren't showing up. We're allowing other people to dictate and show up. When you look at these voter registration rates, when you look at actual voter participation rates, we need to participate, we need to show up. And so, when we met at Harvard, you know, I definitely looked up to him, and not just because he's taller than me. I looked up to him because he had a sense of purpose and gravitas. He knew I was there and what he was doing. So, having been friends with him for over 20 years, and I can tell you right now, at the White House recently, and he's the exact same person today that he was then. He's committed to making our country better. He's committed to getting up every morning and doing the work. I've met no one who works harder. He doesn't take his position for granted. He works very, very hard. And he takes it so seriously that people ask me about the debate last week, and they say, "Well, what was going on?" And my honest answer is that he's being president. He takes it very seriously, and he works very hard. So the idea of doing debate prep to him it's almost like, you know, I have to work on making this country better, not debate prep. Now, you can say whether strategically that's the best decision or not, but the point is, he's working hard every morning, showing up, and being a great president. I'm proud of his accomplishment. I'm proud of the fact he saved the auto industry. I'm proud of the fact that when he took office, we were hemorrhaging almost 800,000 jobs per month. We turned that around, and now we have about almost 30 months of job growth in this country. I'm proud of the fact that there are 30 million more Americans who now have health care, 7 million of which are African American, and I'm proud of the Affordable Care Act. I'm proud of what he can do in the next 4 years, and I'll tell you this, I'm proud and scared at the same time. Perhaps the most under-talked about thing, but the most important thing to me, having gone to law school, is the fact that this next president will be able to appoint 1, possibly 2 Supreme Court seats. And that will be more impactful, perhaps, than even who's president. The point is right now we have a court that's about 5 to 4. They're considering issues such as around choice and Roe v. Wade, issues around affirmative action and access and all of these things. It's issues around the Affordable Care Act. Right now it's a 5 to 4 court. If we allow a Romney Ryan ticket to win, if we allow that to happen, that court could become a 7 to 2 court, and your children and grandchildren will have to bear the brunt of a court that is that that conservative and lopsided in terms of their viewpoints and what they'll do. I believe that that effect alone is possibly more determinative and more important than any other fact in this election. It's incredible, because obviously individuals are going to get appointed that are in their early 40s, and they'll be there for life until 80, 85. And if you believe that Time article that came out that said if you make it to 2042, you'll be able to live 300 years, they're going to be there a long time.